This is Boarding Party Ragnarok, featuring Joel as Elmar Gregory, Jordan as Grif, Devin as Captain Perseus Blackwater, and Dean as Pollen Watkins.
As dark omens fill the skies, four unlikely strangers are drawn together by the will of the fates.
But here to lead us on our very first journey is Elmar Gregory. Elmar, if you would like to start off with a physical description of yourself and tell us where we are.
Okay. So Elmar Gregory is a paladin by class for D&D, not necessarily as a character. He's just a guard in the town of Summerbury in the Laris region. And he takes his job very seriously. He's trying to defend the town. He does every order that he receives to his fullest. And, you know, Summerbury is a pretty small town on the lake. And there is definitely a wide gap between, like, the rich and poor. And there is there's a kid named Ko, and he's kind of like Aladdin-esque, where he's stealing food to eat and survive. And I constantly have run-ins with him, like trying to stop him. Every time I see him, I assume he's up to no good. And so one day, should I stop here?
No, keep talking for a second.
Okay.
Carry on.
So one day I see him, and he's holding like a piece of crystal that was new for the town. Like some of the high nobles in the area, the Rosewood family, they came across this crystal and they wanted to like adorn their house with it. So there's a lot of mystery behind like where it came from, what it is, and how they even put it in. But it's just this kind of like big decorative spire on their big house, and it looks like he stole a piece of it.
All right, Elmar.
Yes.
You see Ko in the street. Ko.
Oh, what's up?
What are you doing? Cops are on you.
Running.
Yeah. Where are you going? There's 3 roads in front of you.
The second one.
Okay. Ko starts heading north.
I'm just gonna pick it up as quick as I can, because this is the last straw. This is more than food this time.
Yeah. Does Elmar have a partner in crime, or like someone who would be like basically his ride-along officer, or
Nope.
is it just?
I was just on patrol and
patrol?
saw him and am leaving my patrol route to hunt him down.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Ko, as you keep running, where are you headed? There's a fruit market to your east. As you're headed through the large sort of cathedral-like structure that you found this crystal near, is to your south right now. So you're running right now just directly away, but you could try to lose him in the fruit market.
Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah. You see Ko kind of sliding and slipping on some of the loose dirt and tile in the rubble as he runs through this fruit market. Kind sir, what are you peddling at your stall?
You know, these are geodes. They may just look like rocks, but they're totally geodes.
And sir, what do you think of his wares?
Yeah, I won't break them open because it'll kind of ruin the surprise. But they're definitely filled with magic crystals, I think. 100%.
Yeah, how much? I'll take 12.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. As money is exchanging, Ko, make an acrobatics check.
Oh yeah. It's an 11 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, a young boy, not so deftly, just tumbles through your whole stand, knocks many of your geodes over. Some of them do crack open. The chances now, if you'd like to steal one.
Are they geo?
Yeah.
One of them seems like it could be. It's like
Nice.
a hollow rock. There might have been a
Alright.
worm in there. It's a heck of a geode.
Yeah, pocket.
Yeah, one of them was very clearly just a coconut that you'd found.
That one wasn't per se.
Yeah.
That was
Ko, you're now covered in like small cuts and scrapes from all these geodes, and a lot of the sort of loose rubble of those is kind of sticking into your wounds. Kind of
Stupid
hurts.
rocks.
They're geodes.
Sure.
Yeah. So as you pluck some of the geodes out of your arm, Elmar, you come around the corner and you see 2 gentlemen now seem to be squabbling over some sort of bill as a stall has fallen over, but you see Ko further ahead. Do you stop and help, or do you chase Ko?
So I'm gonna quickly run up because this geode shopkeep has experienced Ko many times. And did he take anything from you?
I don't think so.
What way did he go?
North. This
All
way.
All right, and then I'll just making sure because I'm like racking up a tab.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna nail him for this
Yeah.
one. Okay. We're gonna say, Ko, as you're headed north, you see an alleyway to your right that you could maybe lose him in, but there's some pretty high fences in there, or you can keep running north.
I'm pretty good at climbing. I'm not worried about those stupid fences.
Okay. Yeah, as he hangs a sharp hook, you're enjoying a nice warm summer afternoon in Summerbury, in your small tent that you've made for yourself. You're
Very
just sort of a wayfaring stranger, if you will, making your peace with this new life. As a young boy comes crashing through your tent.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You good?
No, there's a guy chasing me. You should try and stop him.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Uh huh.
All right, let's get an acrobatics check to jump that fence.
12 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, with your bonuses, you'd be able to just kind of fling yourself over. As this little street rat kid just runs by you, tramples through your tent, and then flings himself over the fence, says, "You should stop that guy." You see one of the town guards kind of walks around the corner. You see someone who is camping without a permit in the cities of Summerbury.
So I'm gonna run up.
Oh, in this to win this, are you?
I'm gonna ask, was it a young boy who trashed your tent?
Maybe.
Well, I seem to see you're camping without a permit.
I mean, maybe.
Well, way did he go?
That point to the direction that you came.
Okay. Let's get a deception check.
That's a natural 2.
Yeah, as he just goes that way. He's very clearly shaken about this camping permit comment.
Well, if you're gonna cause me to lose him, I can stop here and
That way. I point the direction that he came.
Okay. Yeah. That fence looks a little hefty, but you know these streets pretty well. If you were to head up and around the next alleyway, you should be able to clear that one. It's a little bit lower.
Okay.
It would give Ko a little bit more time, but it's a lot safer of a path.
I'll do it because I'm wearing armor and stuff. It'd be hard to climb.
Okay. Yeah. As you head out around the corner, you see another one of the town guards seems to be heading back in the direction of the knocked over geode stand.
Hey, assess the damage here. I'm gonna go get Ko.
Do you assess the damage to your own geode stand?
Yeah, I guess. Who is it? That old man with the rocks?
Yep.
All right. It's probably gonna be worth nothing, but I
Yeah,
guess I'll go.
You kind of break out your notepad. You're like, God, this could be ridiculous. To go get a witness statement. As you can see, the guy that's kind of like putting geodes in his pocket is just like, oh, let me help you. Here, we'll rebuild your stand. Ko, as you leap over this fence with the utmost ease, you can hear your good old rival Elmar is shouting at the man that's sort of trying to help you, but is still very confused. And as you land on your feet in the next alleyway over, you can see another marketplace thoroughfare, and you're pretty certain if you were to head through here, you could probably lose him.
I'm definitely gonna lose him.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do an insight check for you as you're scanning the crowd of where best to hide.
8.
Okay. You see a few stacks of barrels, a very large shipping crate, and all of this is sort of leading its way into a dock where a lot of mercantile workers are shipping up to sort of sail through Lake Lahana.
What do the workers look like? Is their garb similar to mine?
Relatively, yeah. You look like you could blend in. These are they're of the same economic class as you.
Okay, I'm gonna hop on one of
So
the
to
boats
speak.
and start working with one of the crews.
Okay. Yeah. A couple of the guys see you, and the two of you kind of catch eye of him. This kid comes in all the time. Every once in a while, he'll help out for scraps. It's pretty typical. So he just immediately just starts like lifting crates. Like, what are we doing, guys? What's going on?
This should just go here. Should I move it anywhere else? Is that what we're doing right now?
doing good what you're doing. Just keep on helping.
Load it up.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty clear, like, he's been scuffed up. Like, he's got a lot of small cuts, some bruises and stuff, but he's got an unhealthy amount of, like, gravel and debris in him. Like, he's clearly been running from something. And he's holding something very tightly in one of his hands as he's kind of...
You all right?
Yeah. Why? I'm good.
I mean, you seem a little on edge and
Yeah, I was.
scruffed.
Yeah, I was just running around, and I took a spill. Kind of messed up my arm a little bit. I'm okay though.
All right, good, man. You gotta be more careful out on the streets.
Yeah, stupid gravel.
Yeah.
What you got in your hand?
It's nothing. It's just a rock. It looked cool, so I was like, oh, I'll take this with me and remember my stupid scars. I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah. Elmar, as you come around the corner, you see another one of the town guardsmen on patrol.
Hey, Elmar.
Hey, did you see Ko? He came running through here.
No.
No? All right, well, I'm on the lookout for him. How many people are in this marketplace?
Lots and lots.
Like-
on the docks, there's probably 40 or 50.
Okay.
Similarly dressed men, just kind of loading things onto boats. There are a few smaller gatherings of individuals, but some of them seem much more well-to-do than your good old pal Cole. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull out my sword,
Okay.
trying to make as loud of a noise as I can with the
You go like,
unsheathing of it.
"Ashwing!"
Yeah.
Hey, I guess I'll go back to work.
And just yell into the crowd, "Where's Ko?" And I just want to gauge a reaction, because I'm sure some will probably either cower or like...
Okay, so give me an intimidation check. You do also have a channel divinity option to give a +5 to your charisma, which I know you don't have your sheet in front of you
Yeah.
due to no fault of your own. But your charisma would be a 22 if you did that.
Okay.
So
That's pretty
you
important.
could do that if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
In his
Okay.
eyes. So it's an 11 on the die.
Okay, so that's a 17.
Yeah.
A lot of the dock workers just drop what they're doing, like, okay. One of them in particular just sort of freezes in place.
Do I recognize it to be Ko?
Could be. He's a little far away.
And then I'm just going to take out some money and just say 10 coins to anyone who points them out and just throw them in the air.
And with that, I'm gonna pick up one of the things, like whatever it is that I'm holding, and like walk away from where I heard him.
Okay.
Not turn around though.
Okay. Do you turn him over? 10 coins is a lot. That's like 2 weeks' wages.
You wouldn't even have to go on this boat trip.
He's there. He's stealing from me. Get him.
Bro.
Okay. Yeah, as a few of the dock workers kind of raise a shaky hand out towards the young man holding a box, you can see the telltale scrapes of Ko, who's been through the ringer on this goose chase.
I'm going to be running at him.
Okay. Ko, you're pretty sure you're faster than this guy.
I know I'm faster than him. He's a big dumb idiot.
You running?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you take off running, you've got 3 avenues of potential escape. There's some clotheslines that would lead you up to the rooftops, so you could lose him in a place that he couldn't possibly chase you. You could try to steal a boat, or you can head back through the alleyways. Just lose him in the thick of the markets again.
Seeing as I'm very tired, and since I had a little bit of a cool down, my arm is starting to hurt. I'm gonna try to get to somewhere. He can't get me. I'm going up those clotheslines.
Okay. Get me an acrobatics check again.
It's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, as something straight out of Assassin's Creed. You see one of the a large sort of lever contraption that you could use to fling yourself up onto the roof, and you're kind of struggling with the lock as Elmar's just booking it over towards you. But right as he gets close, as he's reaching out to grab onto you, it finally comes loose, and it kind of flings you unceremoniously onto the rooftop, and a large sandbag kind of falls down in its place. Elmar, you're well versed in these shipping contraptions. If you were to cut that sandbag and hold on, it's a one-way trip up.
Done.
Okay. So yeah, as you are deposited unceremoniously on the rooftops, some of the shingles and other detritus sort of give way to you. You get a couple more cuts and scrapes, and a lot more of this like shingle material is kind of sticking into your bones. And you're like,
Jeez.
this is ridiculous. You're almost like a magnet for rocks right now. It seems very unhealthy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good either.
Yeah, as Elmar kind of launches himself up, give me a dexterity check to land. You have a +1 bonus.
3 total.
3? Yeah. You kind of land, you go, stop! And you fall straight through the ceiling, and you land in someone's living room.
Oh my god.
It's a nice old lady who's knitting. Just goes, are you all right,
Yes,
dear?
I'm so sorry, citizen. Do you have a ladder I can borrow? I need to catch a rube.
No, but you could probably get back up on the porch.
Thank you. And I'll like bow respectfully and run
Okay.
out to the porch.
Yeah. Now's your chance. You lost him. He just fell straight through the ceiling. There's no way he survived.
No,
He's
he's done.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
worried about
toasted.
it. I'll just walk across the roof of the building.
okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check. You've got a +1 to your roll.
10.
10? Okay. Yeah, as you're walking through, finding the porch, under the clank of your heavy armor, you do still hear some of the shingles and like little pebbles kind of giving way up above you. You're pretty sure you know where he is.
I'm gonna go after it.
Okay. Give me a go after it check. How you gonna do it?
19.
Boy.
All right. What are you doing?
I just want to, if I see him, I want to like shove him down with my shield and pin him.
Okay. Yeah. Ko, as you're like, another great day, you kind of slide down one of the clotheslines and land. Boom! Right as a shield clocks you in the face.
Dude, what the heck?
So you kind of get him real good. Like, you probably broke his nose. There's a lot of blood coming out. Your shield's all kind of tarnished and tattered. You can see a couple other of the town guards kind of walking towards you.
Hand it
as-
over.
I don't have anything.
I know what you took. Hand it over.
You don't know anything. Why would you hit me in the face?
I can do it again, or you can give it to me.
No.
With that no, there's this loud explosion emanating out of Ko's pocket. As you're kind of like thrown back a fair ways, you can feel this searing, burning pain in your arm where your shield is. And it almost feels like your arm's being ripped apart. And as you kind of go flying off this porch, you land on the ground below. And as you look down, you can see it's just seared and singed. It almost looks like Thanos after he snaps the gauntlet.
What did you do? And I'll start to run back over to where he was.
Yeah, as you look up to where Ko was, you see something less than human. He's got these very strong armored plates. He's got this kind of large snout. He looks real confused.
Ko?
He's breathing heavy.
What happened? And I'll like just try to look over for any clue that this is either him or a monster or something.
Yeah, he's still wearing the tattered remains of Ko's trousers.
What did you steal? What happened to you?
Ko, Elmar very clearly did this to you. Like he had to have.
I'm try to headbutt him.
Okay. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
10.
Okay. Yeah, as he comes towards you, you kind of raise up your shield, and there's this large scale that sprouts out of his forehead, and he slams in right over the sigil of Summerbury's Knights, and it slams through your shield and buckles, and you, like a normal hit like that would have very easily snapped your arm, and you take it with full force, and you kind of throw him back, and as he lands on the ground, he's kind of like prone in front of you. This is some sort of like large steel monster.
And I'm gonna like look at him and look at my arm and look around for that thing that he took, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, get a perception check real quick.
5 on the die.
5 on the die.
Killing it.
It's nowhere to be seen. But as you're kind of taking stock of this and Ko is struggling to get to his feet, you can see several more of the town guards and some of the Crown's Guard are coming around the corner.
There's a beast! And point at him.
You're not buying it. It's not a beast. Clearly these two are in cahoots. They stole something. Something very important. The nobles of the town wouldn't tell you what it was. They said it was very powerful and very valuable, and the people that took it were crafty.
Full blown charge in and tackle the nearest one to
Okay.
pin him to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm running as I see them charge.
Okay. Yeah. Ko, you're able to almost get away. As you're kind of like, all right, I'll figure this out later. I'm still agile and dexterous. You're a lot heavier than you used to be. With every footfall, you're cracking the cobbled streets beneath you. and you're kind of struggling to come to grips with this. And as you try to climb one of the walls, you can see you now have large claws, and you're kind of just like breaking the buildings apart as several of the knights come around you with nets, and they're like, okay, we got him, boys.
Jerks.
And as they haul Ko in the net up towards you, they sort of hold you at sword point, and they throw him down, and they say, explain yourself.
It's Ko. He had something, and I chased him.
The street rat? That's not him.
Yes, it is. Look he has the clothes.
That means nothing.
He had the thing.
What kind of ruse do you think you're pulling here? Someone of your rank, I expected better of you, Elmar.
Look, he turned my arm into metal.
A fine excuse. Take them away.
No.
And as you're being taken away, give me a perception check.
13 on the die.
Okay. You see this very large and imposing figure standing up on one of the nearby rooftops, all clad in black. He almost seems to be swirling in shadow. And he's got this large bird on his shoulder, and he plucks a long black feather, and he drops it, and it lands right in your hands as you're being carried away.
I will just hold on to it for now, having no idea what the heck that is or means.
Yeah. As Elmar finishes his story, the rest of you are kind of sitting about a campfire in the remains of a small shack. And Elmar kind of opens his hand to show you that he still has that long black feather, but no memory of how he got from there to where he is now.
Yeah, that's how I met him, and that's all I remember.
All right. Pollen, set the scene for me if you would.
In the shack?
Oh no. Oh goodness, no. Tell us of your tribe and their many ways.
So, basically, we're a traveling nomad tribe. So we go from town to town, selling our wares, trying to scrape by with what we can. Gotten quite good at selling things of no worth.
Geodes.
Geodes. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I get the feeling that there is a special item inside there, and my tribe follows me blindly because I have these powers.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control them very well, but I have powers and they do not. So,
Might makes right, of course.
so essentially, occasionally when we're going from place to place, things go wrong, and I know why, they do not. So we decided to basically go to quite large town to kind of sell our wares. But the last time resulted basically where we had to leave, it resulted in a death. Not someone from our tribe, but basically an innocent bystander.
Oh dear.
I feel very ashamed of that. But, I tell the tribe, I got this one. You guys stay back, because now I'm actually getting very worried about injuring others with my powers. And I feel a strong connection with my tribe. I'm like, you guys stay up on this hill. I'll get us some money and some food, and then we'll be on our way. And we'll be able to basically keep living our ways. And then basically I set up a small stand in this town of geodes.
Okay.
And during this time of in the market, my stand basically gets destroyed by a small boy. And not a boy, but gets gets destroyed by a man.
A small man.
A small man. He's like 3 feet tall. No, my stand gets destroyed, and now kind of my ruse has gotten revealed that a lot of these geodes are not geodes, and I don't really have a way of making money, and I feel ashamed of coming back to my tribe, so I'm trying to figure out what can I do now to basically bring money back to everybody and let us continue our ways as traveling nomads.
Okay. Would Pollen have any other money-making schemes than the geodes?
I I do like to do some magic tricks.
Okay.
You know, I try to use some of my mage hand abilities of, you know, doing some street magic to basically get a crowd going and taking their money. But, you know, a lot of that has kind of worried me because of the death that occurred in our last place that occurred while doing this.
Yeah. Is Oddish traveling with you as well?
Oddish is traveling with me.
Excellent.
But he is basically disguised as a plant.
Okay. Yeah. So do you just carry him around like a potted plant?
I carry him like a potted plant everywhere I go.
Awesome.
Excellent. Okay. Oddish. It's very clear to you that Pollen's in some degree of distress. The scheme didn't go well. He needs a little cheering up. Some discreet cheering up, of course.
Take a leaf. Could probably carry me close to his chest. Take a leaf and just kind of pet.
Yeah. Your potted fern to the untrained eye is just petting your face.
You know, I do feel some relief from that. You know,
Okay.
I do have a friend in this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, as the two of you are walking through the streets of Summerbury, kind of just downtrodden, you're like, man, this is supposed to be our big score. You do see a small row of like performing musicians and other small peddlers. They seem to be juggling or stacking large stacks of cards, which is, you're pretty familiar with those. They're all just taped together. They could just pull them up. It's an easy scheme, but there's not a lot of money to be made there. But you're pretty sure you could outshine these people if you just broke through.
Oddish, do you think I should do it?
Just like 2 little taps for a yes on the cheek.
All right. Let's set up. Let's get a crowd going.
Okay. Passersby. You see a very strangely dressed man. He looks like very clearly not from around here. And he's holding a potted plant, and he seems to be setting up some sort of routine.
Hey, you see this guy?
I've never seen an act with a plant before.
What's going on over there?
Is that like his shtick? Is it a support plant?
I don't know. I definitely want to see what's up, though.
This is interesting.
All right, Pollen.
What are you gonna do with that plant?
Just you wait, sir. Just you wait.
How long we gotta wait?
At least a few minutes. I gotta set this up. I just got here.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the great Pollen Watkins.
There's a
And-
few like,
Sure.
yeah.
You've all heard of me, I'm sure. I'm quite famous in these parts.
I've heard of him.
Really?
There,
Yeah.
that's that man right
It's
there.
your biggest fan.
All right. Cool.
I'm totally lying. I'm just trying to sound cool.
Yeah.
You've never heard of him?
Oh,
He's a hipster, of course.
You live under a rock?
I guess.
So,
He's okay.
I will need one volunteer to come up.
I'm gonna shove this guy forward. Oh yeah, go help your friend.
His biggest fan.
Uh-oh. Yes! I volunteer.
All right. So, I want you to choose a number 1 through 5.
Should I tell it to you?
No,
Okay.
you got it?
Yes.
All right, tell the crowd what's your number. Don't say it out loud, just show hands. It is 4.
What? How'd you do that?
Everyone goes,
You saw
Whoa.
him. I don't believe it. You had to see that.
powers.
You what? Really?
I told you.
Sir,
He's great.
Do it again. Do it again.
I didn't think you needed it.
I'll have you come up, but let's make this a little bit more interesting. Let's put some money on the table.
All right. You're a hack.
Let's put 5 gold pieces.
That's a little rich.
Are you poor?
Make it 1 to 10. Double it.
I don't think you got it. So sure.
Do
sure.
the money 1 to 10.
We'll do your bet.
Do the bet. All right, and you want to do 1 to 10?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
All right. So, not trying to lose this bet, because the other one was just blind luck.
Yeah.
I literally did not look, and I just guessed right there.
That was good.
Then you're in. You're committed now.
Fantastic.
He's in too deep. I thought you actually had learned like a magic trick.
Yeah, wait a minute, what happened?
Whoa!
He had to have seen.
Yeah.
I will have to rely on my magic for this. It is quite a wager, and I am going to try to detect thoughts. Once you choose your number.
All right.
For my own sake, carry on, please. Don't let me bother you.
So choose your number, sir.
All right.
You can do 1 through 100 if you want to do for 10 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
No. Oh. Never mind.
Sure. We'll do 1 through 100 for 10.
All right.
The whole crowd will pitch in. If you do the 5, I'll throw in 1.
Oh, wow. All right. Thanks,
And we'll
guys.
get it to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So 10 golds on the line.
Yeah.
Last time you did this, you turned someone into a squid. You can do this. You can do it.
This isn't information that I have, is it?
No.
Okay. I just know I'm going to get some money right now.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There's no way he beats you.
Ah.
There's no way.
He
1 to
can't.
100? Impossible.
You can't get in my brain.
All right, Pollen.
All right. I cast Detect Thoughts as he chooses his number.
Okay. What number did you choose?
5.
Okay. 5.
All right.
Would you be so kind as to roll the wild magic table for your detect
Oh
thought?
no.
Like disappear.
55
What
to
the
detect
heck?
the 5.
Okay, this is a good one. As you're standing there, you go. All of your hair falls out.
Oh no.
All of it.
5! My hair just...
What kind of sorcerer is this guy?
It goes 5, and all the hair goes. Like a big confetti launcher.
Holy crap.
How did he know and plan the hair?
I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. That was amazing.
Thank you. I am the great Pollen Watkins.
Yeah, I guess you are.
You gotta tell us. Was that like fake hair and your...
I'll never tell.
Like
All right.
even eyebrows and facial hair. It's
Oh,
all
Oh, God.
Wow.
He's just one punch
That's
man.
impressive.
now.
That was
It's all-
actually more impressive than calling the number.
I'm gonna try to clench my face and try to pop my eyebrows out.
What are you doing?
Okay.
How did he do it?
This
don't
guy's not. He doesn't quite understand.
Yeah.
You get that? He's like, how could he possibly have done it?
I may show you if someone gets me a hat.
What does he need a hat for?
It's very bright out here.
Anybody got a hat?
I've got a hat. Here, take it.
I have alopecia.
Give me my surprised eyebrows.
So it was fake hair all along.
Wow. It looked so real
It
before.
really did.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
Thank you all. I must go with my plants. Can anyone lead me to the way to the food market?
You see a very tall, dark cloaked man who just says, I can.
You sound reasonable. Let's go.
This way. And he's got a large black bird on his shoulder. And he kind of goes, that was a neat trick.
Take this feather.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Right.
Oddish, you're kind of shuddering in the pot. Excellent. Bravo.
Impressive shot.
At this point, Pollen, you are now also sitting around the campfire with everyone. Most of your hair has grown back,
Yes.
which tells you it's been approximately a day. But you
I
don't
grow
remember
quite
how you got
fast.
where you are.
At least.
Like a chia pet.
And,
Yes.
and that's how I lost all my hair.
All right. I'm stuck in that voice for a second.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Captain Perseus Blackwater. Pray tell, what is the name of your vessel?
The Red Prince.
The Red Prince. Okay. As you sail the Red Prince from shores unknown up through the rivers of the Laris region, where you intend to sell what little remains of whatever it is you catch tonight. one of your crewmen shouts to you that there's something in one of the nets.
Oi,
Excellent.
What was that? Oh, there's something in the net. All right.
Yeah.
Should I walk over to
Yeah,
it?
you have a war turtle as your first mate. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so there's very clearly something in the net. It's thrashing about madly.
Yeah. Oi, man. Unhook that thing. Let's go ahead and get it out and see what we got here.
You heard the man.
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah, come on. Quit lollygagging around. Get this thing out.
What will help us?
Okay. Yeah, the war turtle kind of swirls the water around to keep whatever's in the net sort of stationary, so it doesn't thrash through the.
Is it bigger
the
than
ropes.
me?
It's much larger than you. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's enormous. Like whatever this is gonna fetch a nice price when you get to shore.
Sure you don't want to beat it first?
Let's see what we got first.
Okay.
This thing's humongous.
Yeah, it's like several hundred pounds as you and all of the crewmen are kind of like hoisting it up with the sails, and War Turtle's just sort of squealing along. Excellent. Yeah, you guys have very clearly landed an enormous Caracosta. Like this thing is huge. Like if you like the shell pieces alone would be worth a fortune.
Way to go. This is a great catch.
You're gonna be rich.
Good job, boss.
We're going to eat good tonight, boys.
Oh yeah.
Then I'll start cutting it out of the net.
Okay. Yeah, as you start cutting it out of the net, it's thrashing pretty wildly, and it gives you a nice cut right across the face.
Yeah, kind of quickly back up, kind of just wiping everything. All right, we need to get this thing sedated, boys. Do what you can.
Get in there. It's customary for Pokemon hunters to handle the job themselves.
Okay. What's our sedation method?
Is it death?
Is it just
brute force.
Oh, just beat it? Okay.
By
Brute
any
force.
means necessary.
Anything like sledgehammer, shovel, whatever you got
I'll
nearby.
grab my little like plank paddle thing and just
a
try to
plank
jump
paddle.
on the back
Good.
of it
Yeah,
and hit
just-
it in the head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be like a little bit working. Like you're hitting it with a plank. But after a few swings, the plank just kind of shatters over the back of this thing's shell.
This thing's tough. Help me, guys.
Just shoot some water at it or something.
Okay. Yeah, you start spraying down the water type turtle with some water. It's going well.
Sick.
Yeah.
I pick up a cannonball. Just gonna drop it from the masts.
Okay. You kind of like climb up some of the rigging and you
Yeah.
drop the cannonball. Okay. Yeah, there's this enormous splintering crack in the back of the shell where the cannonball hits and it goes, and a lot of blood and ichor starts to kind of pour out the back of this thing.
We've got a weak spot.
Now you start just the plank paddle away, boys. Some of the other guys at this point start taking any of the tools they can find. The little stick thing they would use to load a cannon, anything they can grab. Barrels. They're just throwing stuff at this thing. They're kicking it, kind of punching and cutting. Perseus, this is more brutal than it needed to be.
Oh, all right. We need to settle down just a tad bit. We still need to... Kind of just stuttering as this is all kind of happening.
Yeah.
Destroy it!
We gotta take it down.
Kill it!
I can War Turtle!
He speaks.
He speaks.
We're almost there, boss.
All right, that's enough. And I just start kind of grabbing them and like trying to get it off at this point.
Okay. Captain's going soft.
What are you doing?
This thing's not even dead yet.
Yeah, we're not done.
Yeah, I'm still just kind of ripping everybody out.
We have to get our share of the pie. We gotta eat well tonight, remember?
No, like this though. And just kind of keep just taking people off of this thing.
But what if it gets away?
He's gonna cost you a fortune if this thing gets loose.
We're trying to get in between him and everybody else.
No, this is too much of a catch to give up.
All right then, you're gonna have to go through me. And I take out my scimitar from
Okay.
my hip.
Yeah, a couple of the other crewmen go, gladly, and they also draw. Let's roll for initiative, boys.
Oh,
I'll toss my paddle and draw my actual sword.
You had a sword the whole time, just
You were knocking it out.
You could have just been like,
we're gonna kill it.
War Total, you're up first. Captain's trying to cost you money. Like, you could buy, the thing with this. If money had meaning to you, like, it'd be great.
I'm gonna spin inside my shell and go fling myself at him.
All right, give me a rapid spin attack roll.
9.
9. Does that hit you? Yeah, not even close. Yeah, as War Total comes flying at you, you just kind of nudge him away with your knee. He's always been kind of a softie. You can tell his heart's not really in it. He's just very impressionable. He goes along with whatever else is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you get a War Turtle to help you hunt water Pokemon?
True that.
He's just like, yeah, okay, cool, I have friends.
Someone loves me.
All right, deckhand. Get it.
I have my dagger.
Oh.
Come running at you.
Oh, no.
7.
7?
No.
Yeah, as one of the many deckhands comes running towards you, goes, sorry, boss! Just swings down with a dagger. You're like, get out of here. Like, what are you doing? Then it's your go.
All right, yeah. Scimitar out. That's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you kind of lean through, you give a glancing blow to one of the deckhands that's coming at you. You're like, stop! What are you doing? So,
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
uh-oh. Blimey.
19.
All right, let's get a contested grapple. You can use your strength or your dex.
Definitely Dex. That's an 18.
Oh, by 1. As the deckhand comes in, it's like, I got him, boys. Take your shots.
Oh no.
All right, War Turtle, your next shot's at advantage. Someone's holding them for you.
I'm gonna shoot some water at his face.
Okay.
3.
3? Yeah, even still, you're like,
This seems wrong.
and he kind of just drenches you. It's more the message that hurts.
Yeah.
More than the water.
Light waterboarding.
Yeah. All right. Dean, give us another hit.
All
You
right,
can pick any random minor weapons.
I'm gonna punch you in the stomach.
Oh,
Personal now.
a good punch.
14.
That just hits.
Yeah. You get a good boom. You kind of clobber him. That's another one that's just like, come on, guys. Like how long have we been sailing together? Boom. And you're like, oh. All right. You are grappled.
Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of just ferociously kicking and screaming, I can't believe you trained me like this! And then I'm kind of just struggling to get out.
Okay.
That's a 13.
All right. Give me a contested hold on.
6 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to kind of fling this guy over and you just slam him on the deck and you're like, enough! It's not enough. It'll never be enough.
Great. Assuming
Uh,
that's everything? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, Joel, he just broke out and he kind of slams you on the ground as another deckhand kind of steps in to take your place.
Weapons drawn. I'll just go at him. Just
Okay.
for a quick stab. 4.
4.
Wow, so
yeah,
good.
you telegraphed pretty bad. The captain's told you about this before. You're like, ultimate stab! And he just kind of was like, no. Even punched in the stomach, kind of winded. He's like, get out of here. As it starts to rain pretty heavily over the Red Prince and everything gets a lot slicker. War Turtle, you're in your element now. You're like, all right, we're having a fight. Let's go.
Gonna start doing some circles and go in, try to bash him in the legs and knock him on the ground.
All right.
So 15.
15. Yeah, as War Turtle comes slamming in, you feel one of the bones in your leg kind of give way a little bit, and you kind of slam real hard onto the deck. Dean.
Throw him overboard.
All right, let's get a strength check. Are you strong enough to move the captain?
5.
5? Not on your own. You're like, throw him over as you're kind of holding him.
Everybody else, though.
Yeah.
My boot.
All right, Captain Blackwater, you're not in a bad way yet, but things are getting rough. The crew's talking about just tossing you overboard.
Yeah, kind of. So am I currently on the ground?
Yeah. You've got War Turtle kind of standing over you, and then one of the crewmen's like, throw him! But very clearly is like,
Grab the legs.
someone
okay.
else!
Yeah,
I got his foot!
swinging wildly with my scimitar.
Okay, we'll see if you can get somebody.
23.
23. Yeah, the guy who's got your foot, you're like, throw him over, and you just go, no, and you cut him like right up the chest, and he goes, so he's got to kind of let go to hold himself together. He's like,
He's killing us instead of the Pokemon. Throw him over. 13.
13. Misses. Yeah, in all the
I was trying to
scuffling.
throw. Is it contested?
Oh, you're trying to throw
yeah,
him?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We're trying to
You're
throw
trying
him
to
overboard.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say it'll be
Just
contested.
strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like, can you grab onto something on the deck? 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. As this happens, a couple of the other crewmen just kind of grab you, and they start to fling you over, and you can see the Caracosta's just like almost to the edge of the boat, and just like, and just kind of falls into the surf as everyone else just kind of hauls you overboard. You can see the guy with the cannonballs is like, wait, I've got an idea. And he just rolls a bunch of cannonballs over, and he's like, tie him to his feet. And as they throw you overboard, the light of the moon kind of leaves you behind as the storming waves kind of flow overhead as you take your final breaths in this world. Two very large, piercing eyes catch you from the darkness.
Just like struggling to keep going. I just kind of like just try to reach for whatever it is.
Yeah. As you reach out, you can feel a thick, scaly hide before the world goes black before you. And you awaken on a beach. You're very clearly a drowned man. Your skin is all sort of sogged and waterlogged. Everything about you screams that you've been dead for weeks, maybe months. Your flesh is kind of sloughed off in places. It's been replaced by barnacles. You've got all manner of aquatic growth on you. There's a few like lampreys that have latched on. And as you open your mouth to speak, just seawater pours out. As this very large creature stands above you. Not even stands, it's hovering. It's similar to the tales you've heard of the large Gyarados of the seas, but this thing is almost spectral. It seems like it's here because it wants to be, but it's not physically with you. It's just showing itself to you. It says, "You've done many bad things. Countless, even, against my kind and others. And yet, your kind would do the same to you. So I offer you this chance. A second life in service to me."
Whatever you need, I'm there.
Okay. Yeah, as you speak, a couple more, like water comes out like a fish. He goes, "I'll take that as a yes." As he reaches out with one of his very long little mustache whiskers and kind of touches out towards your scimitar, it kind of glosses over with this very large, like sapphire-like crystalline structure. Kind of carves over, he says, "My power is yours until you betray me." And as he pulls away, he leaves you standing on the beach. You have no idea where you are, but there are signs for a small town nearby.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you're walking up, you see a small family that seems to be having a picnic. A little ways away into the beach.
Hey, mister.
Good evening.
Are you a monster?
Not entirely.
You look like a
Kind of
monster.
like plucking lampreys off his arm. He's like, "Get off."
I'll look up and just wide-eyed. Jeremiah, come here. Come here this instant.
What? There's a monster
Get
guy.
over here.
Okay.
Take like a seashell out of my hair, and kind of go, "It's for you, little one." No, toss you like a seashell.
Oh, thanks, monster man.
Whoa, don't touch my kid. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
All right. Nice.
Excuse me, sir. Can you keep going?
My apologies. And I just kind of put my head down and keep walking away.
Yeah, as you head off closer to the signs for town, you could see a small shack out in the distance. Seems like a nice place to kind of get your bearings.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and camp out there and figure out what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way into this shack, you kind of start a small fire and you sit down, and almost immediately there's a loud pounding on the door. And you're like, "Oh god, here we go again."
Oh, it's occupied.
He goes, "I know."
All right. I mean, if you knew, then you know what? Never mind. walk up to the.
Okay. Yeah. As you open the door, you as well see a very large, dark, shadowy, cloaked figure with an enormous black bird on his shoulder. And he goes, "For your trouble.
Very ominous, but all right.
Sorry for what happened to you,
Me as well.
but you should know what's coming is worse."
And you kind of blink for a second, and he's gone. Grif, tell us of your mountain home.
Do I need to jump back in with like my name and stuff?
Yeah, do it like a little refresher,
All right.
just in case.
My name is Yeva Kale, but I go by Grif because simply Yeva is just too difficult for most people to say. I am from a tribe up in the Breezelock Mountains that we refer to as the Mjorfell, which stands for Mother Mountain. Come from a matriarchy that does not leave the mountain. I don't personally like to stay on the mountain. I believe that there are other settlements in the world that need to be explored so that we could advance and become a better society ourselves. But the Council of Elders disagree. So, Maya, my saber-tooth arcanine, and I often go out and explore these new areas.
Excellent. Yes, on one of your many ill-advised by your Council of Elders ventures away from the Mother Mountain, you find your way to some rural farmland, but it's very clearly regimented crops. Someone is trying to settle. And in all of these fields, you find the same thing every time. Large rows of wheat and corn and other small things and crops that could be grown. On this particular journey, however, you find ash. Someone has reaped the harvest, salted the earth, and left only ash in its wake. But at the center of each of these fields is a large scarecrow.
I will go up to the scarecrow and check it out, see what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah. Despite the fact that everything else here looks like it was burned, this is pretty obviously placed afterwards.
This must be some sort of warning. Maya, do you smell anything?
Maya, let's get a perception check. Which is based off smelling. So I'm going to give you advantage because
Thank
good.
God.
you can hunt.
Because that was a 1. 19.
There you go.
Yes. Yes, Maya.
Yeah, what's alarming about this thing is how little it smells like anything you've ever smelled. So you could probably track it.
Are you getting anything?
Look up and, I start spinning around and pointing and basically like, let's go.
All right, let's follow it. I'll
Okay.
jump on her back.
Yeah. As you turn to ride away, the poorly cobbled together head of the scarecrow just kind of goes, and you can see it's a human skull as the jaw kind of falls open.
Hold on, Maya. I'll investigate this human scarecrow.
Okay.
Dear God.
Yeah, the closer you get to it, you can see the entire thing was a human corpse. It's been very clearly desiccated, but it's made of many pieces.
Like somebody sewed together different pieces of people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
As
my
some,
god.
some kind of cruel, sick joke, it would seem.
What is going on here?
Is this like a Hannibal RP?
Apparently. I'm going to quickly do a perception check before we leave, see if I can pick up anything else.
Okay. Give me a look-see-do. A look-see-doodle, if you will.
That is a 11.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything more ominous than the stitched together scarecrow, but you can see at least 3 more in the distant fields, as it's very flat here.
Was Maya going to be going in that direction?
Potentially.
Okay. Well, then I'll just jump on Maya and we'll ride.
Yeah. Maya, there's 3 other scarecrows out in the distance, otherwise you could You could try to follow the trail away from the farmlands, but you might get a little more information if you were to head up to the others.
No, I'm an investigative type, so we're gonna go look at those other ones.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way over to the next of the scarecrows, it's a similar situation. This one is also sort of stitched together from various different bodies. Not all of them human, but all in a humanoid shape. And each one, despite being a scarecrow, after the first, has at least one very large crow-like bird sitting on its shoulder.
This is quite terrifying. I don't know who would do something like this. Can I communicate with the bird? I'm going to try to talk to the bird.
Sure. Yeah.
Whoa. Were you here when this happened?
Yes, you were.
Can I talk in plain speak?
If I need to, I can cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, we'll say
Only as a bird.
yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
Yes.
What happened?
The reckoning.
The reckoning.
What does that even mean?
What
does it mean?
It was the reckoning. You've never been through these parts?
No. Were you part of this reckoning?
I'm aware of it, but I don't actively take part.
You just reside after.
He likes to watch.
Dear God.
No.
DIY crafts.
Let's sew
Martha
together
Stewart.
some corpses.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh no.
Who would do something like this?
Would I know their identity or?
He would.
Oh, he would.
Who is he?
You know him,
I don't know him.
the Reckoner.
Can you show me to him?
No.
That's out of the question.
Why?
He'll find you when it's time.
Well, when it's your time, he'll find you.
Well, when he will, or shall, I'll be ready.
Happy reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a national holiday.
All right.
Yeah, as that crow kind of takes off, as large as it was, you can see the large talon marks where it was digging into the arm, and some of the stitches have come loose, and one of the arms just kind of goes. Just kind of falls loose.
Okay. I'll look at that arm, see if it's human or something else.
Okay. Yeah, let's get a look-see doodle again.
That is much higher. 21.
21. It looks like it could be human, but all the spots where fingers ought to be, there are none. But it doesn't. You don't see any signs where the fingers have been removed. It just looks like the hand is almost like a mitten. So whatever this thing was, it didn't have individual fingers.
It's very strange, Maya. Very troubled by it. Guess we should move on to the third.
Right. During this, I'd say tail is between my legs because this is not a fun
Immensely.
experience.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Tail's doing its very own best in show.
Checking yourself out.
But yeah, as you guys kind of pack up from this second ominous scarecrow, it takes you a minute to kind of collect your thoughts. But that crow is much larger and much more articulate than the crows you're used to speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
It is also worth noting it had a very large golden-colored beak.
Good to know.
The bird equivalent of grills.
No.
So it's
just
not
a
actually
golden
gold, it
beak.
just looks
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But there are 2 more scarecrows in these fields.
Dear God. Are we checking out all of these?
I'm whining because I don't really like looking at these.
All right.
No!
The scent you smelled, it went in a different direction.
Yeah.
Let's follow that.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, for the sake of ease for both of you, that speak with animals can just remain,
Okay.
and the two of you can kind of
Cool beans.
roll forward. But yeah, what's the play? Where do you go?
Wherever she was smelling that first thing, because it seemed like it wasn't going the same direction as
Yeah.
the other
Okay.
ones. Go that way.
Yeah, because you guys have visited these fields countless times. You've never been spotted by the people that work them, but it's nice to visit.
Okay.
Just to see, like, oh, so this is how they keep their crops. This is how they're regimented. This is kind of their schedule. It's a little creepy, but
Did I recognize any of the people in the corpses?
they've been so mangled
Okay.
that thankfully you do not.
Dear God. Is that thankful?
Well, there's hope. For
Yeah,
them.
I guess.
But yes, as you follow the original scent that you had, you do begin to see in the ash other burned, missing pieces. You can see evidence where these scarecrows would have been stitched together. It would have taken a long time, and no one seemed to be able to do anything about it. It seems like everybody that was there was slain without struggle.
Dear God. We can't allow this to go unchecked.
Definitely. There's a murderer
Yeah.
that must be brought to justice.
Indeed, there is.
Yes, and under the feet of each of these scarecrows, you're now starting to see countless large black feathers, as though those messengers have just been hanging out watching.
I will jump off of Maya and pick up one of these feathers.
Okay.
See what it's all about.
Yeah. Let's get a nature check from you, and I'll say that you can have advantage given your extensive training as a druid.
Oh, there's 21 right there.
Blimey.
And that's great. Because the other one was a natural one.
Yeah. Some of these feathers seem to have come from something close to the bird that you were just speaking to. Others are much longer and much tougher. Like if you were to try to bend or fold this feather, you couldn't do it. Like it's almost as though it's made of steel,
Interesting.
which is a very uncomfortable feeling in your druidic hands.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Don't like that.
no.
I'll put it in my backpack. I don't want to touch it, but
Okay.
feel that it's important. to
Yeah.
keep.
Yeah, the feather weighs about a pound.
Wow.
It's hefty.
How big?
Oh, dang.
It's about this long.
Wow.
So whatever creature this came from is really strong, quite large.
Can I, from this, tell if it had anything to do with dismembering these people?
Potentially. If it's similar to the crows that you've encountered, a lot of the times they'll just peck at the corpse.
Okay.
Of anything that dies. They're very opportunistic. A meal is a meal. But that large bird that you just spoke to seemed to have nothing to do with pecking at the scarecrow. It was just there. Just waiting.
Interesting. Very weird. All right. Well, with that, we'll kind of ride off.
Following this scent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you would be oh so kind as to give me a history check, please.
13.
Okay. In your experience as a druid and also just someone who is alive in the world, you know that typically where there's a lot of death, there are a lot of very unsavory things that follow behind to sort of clean up, as it were. The most notable, traditionally in D&D, if you're familiar with them, would be a gnoll. It's like a large hyena man.
Okay.
That would eat these things, and they travel with other hyenas, and when the hyenas eat the corpses, they become a gnoll. Thankfully, gnolls don't exist in Pokemon DnD, but there is something close. And you know that if a lot of
They gonna be here.
things were killed here, if they haven't already come through, this place won't be safe by nightfall.
Be on your guard, Maya. We should start looking for cover, probably.
Yes, it seems like it may be wise.
So we will do that. Ride out a ways and then look around for either a town or some sort of place that we can lay low.
Yeah, there is a relatively nearby settlement from which these crops would have been sent to that you have visited in person a few times before.
All right, we will head that way.
Okay. Yeah, the town proper's name is Mayburn.
Okay.
You're pretty familiar with it, but you don't spend a ton of time there, as it is fairly far south from where you're meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you could make your way there, ideally before nightfall, unless something were to happen.
No, I don't see why we would take our time.
Yeah, you're
After
kind of like
experiencing what we were experiencing. At first, I was kind of angry about it. Now I'm starting to feel the same way as Maya. Like, we should probably just get the hell out of here. So we'll ride.
Okay. Yeah, as you're riding off, you do see, sadly, many more just sort of scattered remains and pieces. Many of those long black feathers, just sort of everywhere. But as you ride forward, you don't see anything alive that seems to be menacing or coming after you. There are many small woodland creatures that are kind of coming out like, are we good? Is it over? Am I safe now? Can I be here? And the answer is no. As anytime one of those little squirrels or critters pokes their head up, one of these very large black crows will just kind of swoop them away.
So there just seem to be a very large amount of these birds.
An alarming amount of them, yes.
Far more than we could deal with ourselves.
Yes, the good Sir Hitchcock would be very, very pleased.
It's so unsettling. Yeah, we'll just keep rolling. They're not trying to mess with us at all.
Nope. You seem to be too large and too difficult of a prey. They
Okay.
can't just sort of clutch you off the thing and move on with their lives.
Maybe before one of these birds swoops down, if I see an animal, I might stop and try and talk with it.
Okay. As you're riding along, let's get a perception check.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you see a small, looks almost like a ferret type deal. It's a lot larger, but
Okay.
kind of pokes its head out of one of the many holes in the fields.
What's up, William?
We'll go over. You there? Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Danger.
Yes. It seems as though there's been a bit of that. What? Can you tell me what has happened?
A lot.
Birds everywhere in the sky. Oh no.
Yeah. I've seen many creatures as yourself be picked off, so you might want to stay away for some time.
Good idea.
All right.
And down he goes. And already overhead, you can see 2 or 3 of these large black birds just kind of circling.
Sick. I'll kind of yell at them and try to get them to get out of here as best I can.
Okay.
Leave!
All right, give me an intimidation check, and we'll see how your leave is.
Actually, pretty good.
Ooh.
18.
Okay. The 3 birds up in the sky. Do you care? This guy's just screaming at you. Like you were told to watch the area.
There's
This
3
guy
of
doesn't
us
have
and one of
authority.
him.
No.
I don't really
What do
care.
you say? Leave?
Is he trying to hog all the food for himself?
I think you said sleeves.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him hog it all.
I imagine like those vultures from like the Jungle Book. I think it's from the Jungle Book, is it? Like when they're all sitting up like on the tree and there's 3
Yes.
vultures.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I picture.
That took me a hot minute
Yeah, I
to
was like,
think of that. I
I'm
was
not
like,
seeing
hold
it.
on.
I'm not seeing it. There it is. Okay, well, if I see that they're just going to keep circling, I'm going to pull out my bow, fire a arrow at one of them.
Interesting. Give me a good shot.
You shot?
Don't miss.
15.
15. Yeah. As one of these arrows just kind of makes its way up towards you guys, you're like, hey, I wonder what that is. And one of you just pops, and a lot of large black feathers fall down.
Where'd Joseph go?
As your arrow kind of very clearly sticks into something, and then just falls back down.
Like I can see it coming back down to me? All right, well, we'll ride to where it's falling, and I'll grab it, and then have Maya roar at them.
Oh. All right. So just, you don't have to actually roar if you don't want to, but I do need an intimidation roll from you.
Nice.
Nice.
17? Yeah, that's a good roar. It resonates so perfectly that the two remaining birds are like, okay, fine, we'll watch from over here, and they kind of fly away a little ways.
All right. I'll be happy with that, but noting that when my arrow hit this thing, it kind of exploded, and that's not normal.
Yes, very, very abnormal. Usually there would be, a bird
Right.
attached
It's just gone.
in some way.
Very weird.
Yeah.
We'll make our way to the town.
Okay. Yeah, as you head back to the town, out of another one of the burrows nearby, you see a very similar little creature to the one you just saw. Kind of poke its head up, be like,
Hello there.
"Hello there.
Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Are you just repeating me?
You're repeating me.
Apparently, this is what's happening now. What are you?
You,
You're not me.
me."
Correct.
As it stands up out of the nest, it's only like 3 feet tall. It's a pretty small, ferret-like creature. But it just walks up to you. Seems completely unafraid of you or Maya.
Right? You seem to be a brave little man.
Brave little man.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Didn't like that.
As the as what would typically be described as a ferret kind of leaps towards you, its fur turns long and black, and it sprouts this enormous fiery red mane out the back of its head, and it resembles a large wolf. As it leaps forward to tackle you, it misses, of course, because naturally, but it kind of lands in the ash on the other side of you and claws deep into the ashes as it stands up, just repeating various parroted phrases that it's heard all day. Most of them are cries for help.
Sick, man. That's terrible. I'm going to immediately cast Spike Growth where it's standing.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, as your many spikes grow up from the ground, everywhere it tries to step, it seems to be sort of wincing and yowling in pain. But the whole time, it seems to be cackling. It's taking great pleasure in this.
I'll yell to it. Did you do this? Did you massacre these people?
If only.
Oh no.
As he leaps towards you once more, he kind of leaves this large claw mark up the back of your cloak, but doesn't seem to get to the skin. But he seems to be just enjoying the pursuit.
What a jerk. I guess we'll keep riding, or I'll let Maya do something if she chooses.
What element am I right now?
Ice currently.
Currently ice.
Let's attack. Let's try to bite this thing.
Okay. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
A good old one.
A good old one.
Oh no.
Yeah, as you go to bite through this thing, you go as you would for a kill, right under the collarbone where you could just sever a lot of very important things. Right as your large fangs clamp down, it's just underneath you, and he's gonna come up for a surprise little sucker punch, if you will. That's a 16 to hit. As it just clocks you right under the chin, it kind of sends you both sliding back. I'm gonna need you to make a strength check to stay mounted.
Sir. That's not gonna happen. Is that a 1? Holy crap. That's
Oh,
not
no.
good.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of fall prone off of Maya, you're like, no! Maya, what do? You have a response here.
I'm gonna try to swoop in and pick him back up
Okay. You
quick as
just
possible.
like grab him by the scruff and be like, we're going. Okay. Yeah, as you turn to run, it uses pursuit. Okay. It's another 16. As he comes through, two very large claws rake across both of you. Just digging into the back of Maya's haunches and kind of pulling you to a stop. And the more you pull away, the deeper the claws seem to be sinking in.
Ooh, that's not good.
As the creature howls out once more in squeals of joy, and also many cries for help.
This is the worst thing ever. Holy crap, this thing is horrible. Seeing as it's just gonna keep trying to run after us, I'm gonna try to entangle it.
Okay. Oh,
That's
man.
a strength save for you.
Thank goodness. I was like, let me look
No,
that
you
up.
got it. I got it. I got them all written. out.
Ooh, that's bad. That's a 5.
Sick. You are stuck.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah, as you cause a number of large vines to grow out, he's like, he's coming for you. You can't stop him. And then he lets out one loud, oh! Sorry, everyone with headphones, including myself, for a second there. Oh man, that's rough. But yeah, as he lets out a large howl, you can see a number of these other small ferrets kind of pop up out of the ground. It's time to go.
Yes. Ride, Maya, ride.
Yeah, as you're riding, there's some blood kind of trailing off of both of you, just soaking into the ground behind, and a number of the ferrets come up and they start to lick it. They too take on this very large wolf-like aesthetic.
Oh my god. All right.
Just keep going. If they're gonna chase us, I'll do something. Otherwise,
Okay.
just keep riding.
Yeah, they seem to be like, we got the message across.
Okay.
It worked.
Cool.
And a lot of those crows are also kind of flowing over the back. They're like, someone die? Anybody die? Anybody dead down there? You dead?
Still don't know where Joseph went.
Yeah, as you ride through the better part of the afternoon, you do eventually come across a large, or not large, but a kind of rundown shack-like structure with a little bit of smoke popping out the top. Seems as though you could potentially pop in here and ask for help.
Yeah, let's definitely go in there and assess our wounds and see what's going on.
Okay. Perseus, shortly after your encounter with the smoke featherman, as you're just settling back down by the fire, you hear another.
All right, man. This is occupied. I don't know what's going on anymore. I mean, I really need you to just kind of leave me alone. I'm in a really bad spot right now.
I mean you no harm.
Oh, this is a different person. My bad.
And I come to the door.
Okay.
What? Huh?
It appears as though Maya may be too big for this building, but may I enter?
I'm afraid to say no, so yeah, come on.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Maya just kind of like sits right outside the door. It's like, I want to go in. No. Kind of licking some of the wounds. It's at around this time that both Pollen and Elmar find themselves deposited here, just through time. Yeah, as the two of you are sat about the campsite, you're kind of cleaning through your wounds. You're looking through all of your new many small barnacle friends. Your skin is starting to look a little more alive, but not by much. You still have this kind of gray pallor to you. It's a little unsettling to look at, especially for you, who's like, I just saw so many bad things, and now
There's a
you
dead
look-
person.
You look
that's
like you
actually
drowned, and here you are.
Here.
Elmar, you and Co just kind of come to in a field. The last thing you remember is grabbing onto that small black feather and seeing Co dragged off in a different direction. He's still in a net. You're not.
How'd we get here? Where are we? We need to figure out what happened to us. Or I can leave you here and you can figure your own way out.
Wait, are they in this room with us now?
They're like a little ways outside the shack, but you can hear someone shouting and a lot of...
Are you coming with me? Or am I leaving you in the net? I'll cut him out. There's a building over there. Let's find some shelter and someone find out where we're at.
Yeah. Pollen, you've been walking through the fields for a while, trying to remember where you left your tribe. But you're holding a large sack of money and a long black feather. You're not really sure how you got this large sack of money, but neither is your oddish friend. But you are still carrying both of them, and there's kind of a feather sticking out of the pot.
We're rich, Oddish. We're rich.
Let's go home.
We did it.
Am I going through these fields of strewn together people?
No, goodness, no. No, you were in the normal fields. They're not like tilled fields or anything. It's
Okay.
just sort of large tall grass patches and such. But you do see also a shack, some smoke coming out, and a very large cat sleeping outside.
I wonder if we can get one of those massages in these tents. Got all this money. Oddish, you might have to stay outside.
I can go. We could get a massage, go, but not you. That was the royal we. Okay. Yeah, as you're walking towards this shack for whatever it may have inside, hopefully massages. You see the large blue and gray cat sleeping outside, and also about man-sized gray dinosaur-like creature that seems to be walking very angrily next to a fully kitted out town guard who looks very confused.
Let's hang back, Oddish. I don't think this is what I thought it was.
There's just a line for the massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a line, Oddish, but this guy doesn't look very happy. So either he's a angry customer or he's actually part of the guards. So we'll hang back, see what happens with them.
And I'm walking behind to make sure he doesn't like try to ditch me or anything.
Okay.
And I'm very much checking over my shoulder at every chance I get to make sure that he's not trying anything.
Okay. Yeah, as you look over your shoulder, you see a perfectly bald man wearing a hat, holding a potted plant in a bag, and he's just like,
I'll turn around and face his direction, but looking at him.
yeah. You see Ko kind of turns around and you almost walk right into him as he stops, but he's staring past you.
Keep walking. Keep walking. I'll kick him.
Wow.
But you.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of kick him, he headbutts your shield again, and you just hear this loud.
No, just hit your mic.
Yeah. So the two of you sitting in the shack now hear this very loud, reverberating crash from outside.
What was that?
I don't know. This is something that you brought here?
Definitely not.
Well, you got the big old cat. Why don't you go take a look at it?
All right. Maya, is everything all right?
I basically perk up. I see that there's a loud commotion and two guys kind of shoving each other.
Yeah.
While walking forward.
Two metal beings seem to just be punching each other.
Yeah, and there's kind of a flicker of light of someone's shiny head.
Yeah. He's a can of beans coming down.
So, so I definitely I alert Grif.
Okay. Yeah. She
Oh.
lets out the signal of like, hey, something's here.
It appears something is here.
Oh, if only I had my scimitar on me. I don't know where it went, though. I'm kind of like patting around like my pockets
Yeah.
for it.
As soon as you say, if only I had my scimitar, it appears in your sword hand.
It was a neat trick.
You're telling me. What? You first, though.
I'll walk out and meet up with Maya.
Okay. Yeah, you walk out with Maya and you can see the two large steel beings just kind of like, no, you just shut up. You're stupid.
It's all your fault anyway.
Ah! And then I'll like look past you and like try to make eye contact with Baldo.
Yeah.
Also.
The scarier one is like,
Totally don't see this, right?
just,
Hides behind Oddish.
I put the potted plant of Oddish in front of my face.
Perceiving absolutely no threat. I'm gonna run towards them.
yeah. By Jove, it's a floating pot. Okay. Yeah, as this large steel dinosaur creature runs towards you, you don't see him because you're staring at a pot. You're like, I am safe. Everything is
I
fine.
can't see him. Can't see me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw Ko back to Joel for now.
Cool.
How would Ko react to this? A rather strange-looking bald man hiding behind a pot that he's holding.
I think the familiarity of like bumping into him earlier, he might just be looking around for any of the other rocks he might have had, just thinking he was a stone salesman, even though that wasn't the case. If there's anything that looks similar to what he stole that might help his condition. So he might be like patting him down and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, did you abandon your pursuit of geodes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so there's no geodes on his person. As Ko's...
Just this money.
Yeah. Ko's patting you down. He doesn't seem interested in money at the moment.
I ran a very legitimate business. This money is not from that, but it came from legitimate means.
And I'll run up and be, geode salesman, I apologize for his behavior, and I'll bash him again.
Yeah. As the two of you do finally step outside, you can see one of the town's guard, for what appears to be the local establishment, is just roughing up this large steel creature who seems to be roughing up this small bald man hiding behind a pot. And he's just going off about how he runs a legitimate business.
Legitimate, I swear.
What is going on out here?
Friends of yours?
Definitely not.
Oh, okay.
Leave him alone. Where are we? Do you know where we are?
No, this is the first time I've ever been out this way.
I just remember being in town, back in Summerbury, and now I'm here. You! Where are we?
Hello there.
Welcome to my shack.
Where's your shack located? What town are we in?
To be honest, I don't really know.
Do you know where we are?
It's like outside Mayburn, right? Is
Or
that what you said?
yeah.
I believe we are outside the town of Mayburn.
Mayburn? How did we get so south? How did we get so south, Ko?
Ko's like, just punches your shield again. Like, I don't know. Look at me for. Just smacks you on the back of the head. Like,
And then I'll just say, I just remember getting this feather, and I'll hold it out.
Oh, I have one of those.
You both have a feather, as do I. Pull out mine.
Yeah, some weird dude just kind of dropped it off by the shack.
That's weird. Now that I'm trying to remember, a guy did hand me this, and I don't remember anything else until now.
Yeah, I think that happened to me too. I was supposed to actually go get some supplies, and
yeah,
I'm out here now. I don't
check your bag.
know. It's in my bag.
Yeah, everything you went to buy.
Oh, okay, never mind. Huh.
So something happened to you. You made your way to the markets.
What happened, Oddish? What did I do?
Oddish is like,
We go drinking?
Cheers.
just,
You say a man gave you these feathers.
Yeah, I was under arrest, and I was under arrest! And I'll bash him on the head again. With this imbecile. And then a weird man gave me this feather.
That was not my experience. I found my feather out in the fields. There were many corpses that had been decimated and strung together as scarecrows, and this feather was at the feet of one of the scarecrows.
Who would commit such an atrocity?
I don't know.
Are our feathers the same? Like metal, unbending.
Very
One
troubling,
pound.
but they appear to be the
all
same
exactly the same.
type of feathers. Maybe it was this man.
But you didn't see him.
No.
Did you see the man?
Yeah, it's very ominous, very kind of thing going on about him.
So we all saw him except for you.
Yes.
But you might have seen what he did. Do we think maybe he's the one that...
He is the only link.
What is going on?
Did you all lose? You said you mentioned you lost your memory after receiving the feather.
Yes.
As did I.
I
I
did.
still have mine.
Do I? Very odd.
I'm so confused, but I feel like we must find him.
It does seem as though he may be the person who committed this atrocity. However, it was very dangerous getting here. I don't know if it's something that you're willing to explore, but I think it would be a worthy cause.
Well, if he's the one that dismembered and put together deceased bodies, he must be brought to justice.
Did you speak to this man?
No.
I had a few words.
He showed me where to get meat.
I communicated with a large bird and said that it was part of the reckoning. Don't know what that means, but it was unsettling.
Speak with animals?
I can.
Can you talk with this and confirm his identity, please?
What do you mean his identity?
Ask him his name.
You there? What is your name?
You a cop?
No.
You look like a cop.
I've never seen a cop that looks like me.
That's what a cop would say.
Well, he appears to be.
Yeah, I know he's a cop.
I don't look like him.
Yeah, but you're talking to him. Cops talk
Yes.
to cops.
So, by that logic, anybody talking to anybody that is a cop is a cop.
Yeah. You're a cop. And if I talk to you, that makes me a cop. So I
This
gotta
one
go.
is infuriating.
It's him. Okay. He stole something. He was once human.
I didn't steal it, I found it.
He says he didn't steal anything.
A likely story. But he was human at the beginning of the day. And whatever he stole
I didn't steal it, I found it.
He
did this to him and my arm.
You deserve it.
That is
He was human?
actually not terrible. It's just shield arm all the time. That's kind of cool.
That's really gross, though.
It doesn't look very fun, but
It's definitely
Helpful.
not sanitary.
Can you feel this? And I pinched the front of this shield.
I don't know if I would be. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
He's got almost no
He's
feeling in that
sick.
whole arm.
dang.
It's not made of flesh.
God.
Flesh shield. Gross.
No, it's just metal.
You were human.
Well, yeah, I still am.
No, you definitely are not human any longer.
That's your opinion.
Ah, it's visible fact.
What did you steal?
Didn't steal it, I found it.
What did he steal?
What was it that he thinks you stole, but you found?
I found a rock. It looked expensive.
It's just a rock.
Yeah.
A simple rock. Like
Well,
Wait, rocks?
like this one.
Wait, where? Not one of my rocks, right?
oh, it's you.
Did you steal this man's rock?
Not his.
It wasn't his.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm fine.
All right. What did it look like?
Expensive. Broken.
Description, please.
Shiny. Small.
Yellow.
Silver.
Silver. Interesting.
I thought it would be worth something.
He says he didn't steal it, but found it.
Uh-huh.
See, I knew he wouldn't believe me, so here we are.
Where is it now?
And he kind of moves one of his arms and just embedded in his torso. Big chunk of this rock.
Is that
That's
it?
the Rosewood Spire. You stole from the spire? And I'll bash him again.
Found it.
He says he found it.
It was part of a building. We can all see it. There's no finding it.
Found it.
How does it... Get it off.
No. I tried for a while.
It's not.
While
doable.
you were crying about being arrested, I was trying to fix this.
Well, he says he tried and did not happen.
Tell him he was crying. I saw it. There's a witness. Tell him you're a cop.
He says he saw you crying.
Not true.
See, there he goes again.
Okay.
So during this whole time, he's standing there talking to like a whole like another creature that's not human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Perseus is just undoing his flask and going.
It's like I picked the wrong day to stop smelling glue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you take a strong swig, as you kind of blink a couple times, you see flashes of that large Gyarados behind.
kind of just nod.
It just seems to be swimming spectrally through the air, but you only catch it on like every third blink. It'll just have been moving.
You all right?
Oh, yeah, juice?
Sure. I'll smell it first.
It's straight rum.
Interesting. I'll take a small sip.
Yeah. Burns. Burns a bit.
Some sort of alcohol.
It's much more fermented than the literal juice that you drink all the time in the mountains.
This is not what I call juice.
It's a nice little pick-me-up.
Very warm.
It's been in my pocket forever. Kind of like take it back. Put it back in my pocket.
Well, thank you.
Of course. I'm, Captain Perseus Blackwater.
Yes, I'm Grif. Grif. You can call me Grif.
My name's Elmar Gregory of the Summerbury Guard.
He's a nerd.
I'm the great Pollen. I'm sure you've all heard of me. Yeah, I know.
Definitely not.
Starstruck, I see.
Yeah. As you guys have been talking, though, his hair is growing remarkably quickly. Back to its original length.
Is that why they call you great?
No, this is a condition.
Like eyebrows are just sort of slowly appearing. It's like beard stubble. It's
is
very unsettling.
Very odd. And you? What's your name?
Co.
Nice to meet you, Co.
Don't know how you changed or how I changed, but we're gonna have to get this sorted so I can bring you back to town and clear my name.
No.
I don't care if you want to do it or not. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, but he's gonna go to prison with me. I don't think he understands that. They already arrested him and he broke out. He's fleeing. You're more guilty than me.
That's what it seems
You're
like.
a cop. You're a dirty cop. They don't like you.
I don't know what he's prattling on about, but
Lots of things that you probably wouldn't like.
as always,
Yeah, you can tell him. It's fine.
he's a troublemaker.
You can tell him I told you.
Well,
He's a dirty cop.
this is
Tell him.
fun.
Tell him. Tell him.
So, Captain, do
Aye.
you own this shack?
Well, of course. I found it. It's mine now.
Oh,
I want to incite that naturally. Given my role.
Let's get some contested things here.
Absolutely.
Deceive.
It's an 11.
17 on the die.
Yeah.
I know my.
It's it's just the most insidious. Of course.
Is that how things work here? You see something, you find it, it's yours now?
Oh, that's how it works on my ship. If you find it, you take it. Kind of go like, dibs, no givesies, backsies kind of thing. It's just yours.
Interesting.
So how did you get here? And who lived here prior?
Oh, I have no idea. I washed up on shore. Became all blue. Got some kind of flick off a barnacle. Don't know how long I've been gone though.
Shore. Is there a shore nearby? How did you get here?
Just kind of took a nice little stroll from there, and I'll kind of point off to where I kind of walked in from.
And you met the man?
Yeah, I was kind of camping out over here in the shack. Heard a little knock. Answered the door. And then he showed up, presented me a feather.
The big bird?
Yeah, it's huge.
And did he have the big bird when you met him?
yeah, I did.
Did anyone recognize that bird?
Did the bird have a golden beak?
No, the birds you saw were all like oily black.
Not that I recall. Very, very dark, midnight black bird.
Black as night.
Were they more like the ones that were flying around? Or neither?
Neither. Something new.
Interesting.
Something different.
Did you see a bird
Yes, it was very large, but it had a golden beak.
But not the man.
No, no man.
Was he on a different man?
Well, he was on the pieced together
Ugh.
scarecrow person.
Should we go look for clues?
Might be smart, but it was very dangerous getting here. There was this small creature that turned into a wolf and attacked me and Maya.
Something very strange is going on.
Yes, and then more started popping up, so we left quickly.
Think we could take him?
Are you battle ready?
Always.
I'm just gonna chime in here. I did not sign up for any sort of getting in the way of fighting and all this kind of nonsense.
All right. Then maybe not.
Well, I can see who's nearby and who owns the shack.
You could, but it'd take a quite extensive amount of time, especially if you gotta get on the road again.
Did you see any people that look similar to me but with hair when you walked past, both of you?
Anything?
Just the small family on a picnic.
No, sir.
Just a family enjoying a nice little picnic.
Been around here.
In my experience with like hunting like exotic things, have I ever seen that bird that was on that man or anything that he's describing?
Definitely not the bird. It's possible. Did you do a lot of hunting off seas as well, like on land, or is it mostly on the?
It would be mostly on sea. But if like we came close to like a shore and if we're like, oh, that looks good, then we'd probably like snag it up. But
Okay. Hit me with a history check, if you will, because you may have even in your time in taverns heard some tales.
Must have been drunk. That's a natural one.
Oh yeah. No, nothing really comes to mind.
Well, I, for one, think that we need to find this man who has erased our memories, and
I would agree with you. I've never seen anything of this like. Very disturbing.
if it's as weird as everyone else is saying, maybe they'll have an answer for what you've done to us.
Didn't do anything. Found it. Not my fault.
I'll just tag along until I kind of get back to my group, which should be around here.
We may find them on the way.
Yeah. So,
He knows about rocks.
but if you guys see any cool trinkets that might fetch a pretty penny, just point them out to me. I'd love to see it.
Fair.
What
All
time?
right.
What time is it? Or what time is it in
In the game?
in the
Evening
game?
times.
Evening time.
Evening times. Late afternoon.
Okay. So we probably shouldn't go searching for this man of darkness in the dark.
That does sound dangerous.
In the shack. Do we know where the owner is? Oh, it's you. Okay.
I told you this is my shack.
Hey, where the owner is? Do you think we'll get in trouble?
Well, evil never sleeps and justice shouldn't either. I'm gonna poke around town.
Okay.
I'll check with Maya, see if she's all right, and
Yeah.
suggest that we go with.
Maya's licked the wounds pretty clean. They're bad, but she's had worse.
Okay.
It's just she's gonna be walking a little slower than normal,
It's fine.
but
I won't ride her for now.
she's had worse.
You're free to uphold the shack, Pollen, and wait for the owner, or I will go look for information myself as well. Or you can come with.
I'll come with. I know you are the owner, but your second owner might come by, and I don't really want to be around there.
Your co-tenant, the landlord, maybe.
The landlord might come by.
Is that the
and-
case? Are you
Are you-
staying?
Yeah.
I'm kind of take a few swigs and blink a couple times and kind of look around to see if I see Gyarados flying around.
Yeah, if you're outside, you can see him. He's just kind of swirling.
Oh, really?
He always seems to be about 15 feet away from you, just going in a circle.
And I'm gonna kind of kind of look at them and then look back at him, being like, does this follow them?
He just carries on. You feel a small comfort in your sword.
Why no time like the present? Let's see what's going on in town. I've never been over here anyways.
All right. Let's go. No.
Co's like, yeah, I'll stay at the shack.
No, you're coming.
I'm cool with that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't have to go.
You're coming.
No, you're not my dad.
I'm dragging him.
No. He's heavy.
I don't care.
You're like, "Arr," and he's just like, I'm not walking.
I'm not leaving you alone.
I wouldn't count on it. Piggyback ride. He just jumps on your shoulders. Give me a strength check.
Oh no.
8.
8. Yeah, he just topples you. He goes, oh, sorry, dude. Rough.
Get off. You
No,
little
I don't
tyrant.
think I will.
You seem to really enjoy each other's company.
He's been a thorn in my
We're
side
best
as long
friends.
as I've known him.
Best friends.
Why do you hang out with them?
I never do. I'm constantly chasing him through the streets for what he's stolen.
Found.
But the general won't arrest him for just bread. It's not enough.
Yeah, because it's not a crime to be hungry.
And then when he had the spire, I thought I had my chance to put him away for good.
Yeah, it must have slipped out of your hand.
Got to find some way to coexist. Otherwise, squabbling between you two.
Yeah, I'll just sit on him. That works.
It is one way, but I don't think he would appreciate that.
We'll have to link each other or something. I can't let you out of my sight.
Try and I'll take your other arm.
I don't know what he's saying,
He
but
goes-
is my left arm stronger, like in pushing him? My shield arm?
Yeah, like as heavy as your arm is, it doesn't seem to be causing you any issue.
Okay. Get off! We need to get some answers.
Okay, he's like, hey, rude.
So do you still have like a hand, or is it just shield?
It's there, it's just like fused to it.
It's like you can't open it or like hold anything in your hand?
like
It's just like shield
like
off.
if you picture like Han Solo and Carbonite, but like my arm coming out of the shield.
Interesting. Okay, cool. It's neat.
Where are we headed?
We will show you the route that we traveled. Be on your guard.
Do we want to look in town first? See if anyone knows about the neighboring areas?
That may be smart, at least to notify who lives here.
Okay. Look around to see if there's a building, like almost like a hub, a tavern, or
So you're looking for Mayburn proper.
yeah.
Yeah, let's get a perception check from any or all of the four of you. Anyone who wants to look.
Everybody, let's go.
Look.
Team effort.
Team look.
9.
15.
Whoa.
11.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, 15. With your trained eye, it's not that you know what you're looking for, it's that you recognize it sooner than they would. Outside of this shack and the neighboring probably quarter-mile area of field, everything is ashes. And there's yet more of these scarecrow effigies placed up. Much closer than you realized.
I feared that this may be the case. This is what we experienced before. It is quite grim.
God. This is horrific. No signs of any buildings or people at all.
Just the scarecrows and flat, scorched earth.
The scarecrows.
Yeah. Pollen and Elmar, if you would be so kind as to make an investigation check as you look over the scarecrows.
Natural 1.
Okay. Yeah, Elmar, you're kind of just like, is the nastiest thing I've ever seen. I catch bread thieves. This is gross. Pollen, you recognize some of your tribe's typical garb
Oh, God.
on one of these scarecrows.
Oh God. They took our clothes.
And nothing else. Everything else is fine.
My tribe is out there naked.
Yep.
Just out there naked.
What do
Probably cold.
What do you mean?
These scarecrows, they have their clothes.
Whose clothes?
My tribe. Basically the people I came into this town with. Someone's stolen all of their clothes and put them on these disgusting machine.
You might need this. And I pass him my flask.
Yeah, it's juice.
Juice? Okay. Oh, God! What is this? Trying to poison me?
Very good juice. Cleans the soul.
Why would someone steal all their clothes?
We need to find who did this.
God.
There used to be a town here. It was a full town. Now it's nothing.
Let's go back to the shack and regroup.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, as you all take stock of this field and turn back, you recognize another one of these large wolf-like creatures just standing between all of you. And it seems to have either scratched its own eyes out or had its eyes removed, as it's just wildly flailing around by sound, just looking for all of you, shouting out various phrases that you've said. They took their clothes.
What is
There
this
was a
thing?
town
Remain
here.
quiet.
What is this thing? Just stay quiet, everyone. It'll be fine. Someone will come for us. The town guard will.
I'm gonna try to like circle very quietly,
Stealth check.
get behind this.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay, here we go.
Stealth check.
7.
7? Yeah, as you're walking, you kind of... There's a soft crunch in the ash below your feet, and you realize you've stepped on some bones. As the creature just...
I'll stand still.
Can I mage hand throw a rock?
Yeah. Yeah. You just kind of... The creature goes...
Very Indiana Jones go like, we are going to die.
Is this the thing that killed the people?
It may have been, but it is a formidable foe.
Then we must destroy it.
I did not sign up for any of this.
And I'll just go, but I did, and charge it.
Okay, let's roll everyone into initiative just in case. Though for now it will just be the creature and Elmar. We're gonna start with Elmar on account of you've rushed this thing.
Yes. I want to try to shield bash it and knock it prone.
Shield bash. So you were going to use your charge ability. Is that correct?
Correct,
Okay.
Amundo.
Let me get you your to hit. I believe it is a +6 though. If you'd like to start rolling.
Whee! Crit.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Justice.
It's at this point I'll offer. Do you want to use your smites? Because that's usually when paladins use their smites.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. How many do you want to do? You have 4 first level spell slots and 2 second level. A first level, I believe,
Let's
is
just do-
2d8
Let's do that
additional
for
radiant
right
damage.
now, because it's not doesn't seem that bad.
Okay.
At the moment.
So if you would be so kind as to roll 3d8.
6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 27, and then do you want to knock him prone or deal 5 more damage?
Definitely knock him prone.
Okay. Yeah, so he gets hit for 27 plus 6 is 33. 33 points of damage on the first second of his existence. And you knock him prone. As he's kind of like howling in the darkness, just like, I'll find him. I'll find him. Where are they? And you go, I did. And he goes, I did. And you just smack him with your shield. send him flying back and kind of tumbling onto the ground. You can see there's this large radiance searing into his flesh. He doesn't like that. Grif, at this point, you would be next in initiative if you want to take an action. Otherwise, we'll move on.
How's the thing looking now?
Horrible.
Not good at all.
It's blinded and it just took 33 damage out of nowhere. It has no idea where you guys are. It's prone far away from where it was. It doesn't know what's happening anymore.
All
But
right.
it's still like cackling and mocking the cries of the deceased.
Then I'll just try to entangle it and hold it where it is.
Okay.
Are any
So
deceased
strength
noises?
save for
I
you.
know.
Cease noises that you know?
Like-
Oh, do you want to
No, if any.
do you
of-
want to do that to yourself?
What happened?
Do you want to
He
insight
asked
check?
if you
Dude,
recognize the
just
deceased noises
just like
that it's making.
passively.
Okay. What is your wisdom?
You don't
want this.
Do you really want to do that to yourself?
Oh my god.
Passive. 12.
Okay. You do catch what sounds like Watkins will be back soon.
Just messing with me.
So he got a natural 1 on the entangled save. You've deleted him. He's
Yeah, he's gonna be held down for quite some time.
yeah. Does he repeat the save on any of his turns, or is
He can as an action, yeah.
Okay. Well, given
Trying
that
it
he
out.
is prone, nearly dead, and entangled, I guess that's what he'll do on his turn. That's a 4. So yeah, as it's just writhing and kind of like mocking the deceased, the whole time it's just cackling and laughing.
Do we think we can get any information out of this beast?
Can you speak to it like you do to animals?
Can you not hear it?
Oh, they can, yeah. Because Pollen Watkins is able to hear.
I believe
Watkins will
it
be
can
back soon.
just speak.
To speak its own words though, like to make us feel bad.
I do not know. It started by mimicking me, and then I've said things I definitely have not said.
Why are you killing things?
Watkins will be back soon. Stay quiet, everyone.
What is it you're speaking of? Why do you kill everybody?
Kill them all.
Who gave you that order? I want to like put my sword into its shoulder and like twist it around a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. He goes, ooh.
This thing is a monster. Any objection to snuffing out its life?
I mean, I can make it talk. And I'll walk over to the thing and be like, kind of like look up at Gyarados and just be like, I'm not the one hurting it. And I'll put my hand on it. All right, little fella, you're gonna tell us exactly what we want to know and what this nice fine gentleman wants to know. And I'll cast suggestion at the 3rd level.
Oh my goodness.
Boom.
He crits. You go, you're going to tell us everything I want to know? He goes, no, I don't think I will.
All right, I tried.
At which point your spectral friend Undertow kind of gives you a nod of like, you get the strong sense that you cannot break this thing's will. That is the wrong course of action.
Just a little sad. Just a little stunned by these voices. Not gonna make very much action on this. I'm just kind of not angry about it. I'm just
sad.
I
Sinking
don't
in.
believe it happened. But this monster is obviously very dangerous. But
You do have an action if you'd like to take it. He's restrained and very nearly dead if you'd like to do anything at all.
I don't want to kill him because I think the information would be good, but I'm also not thinking straight right now.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna be stunned standing there.
Okay.
Very sad.
Yeah. A single tear runs down and Oddish is like,
This is the one that I encountered earlier. It could be.
Hard to say.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation check and find out for sure?
Yeah.
It's a 10.
Yeah, given the shifty shape nature of the creature you saw earlier, if this one can do the same thing, it would be almost impossible to know.
What about like its claw marks in its eyes? Like you said, it could be that it did it itself, or that something else did it.
Yeah,
Can I
it's-
tell more like which one it is?
Because how'd you do?
10.
10. It's hard to say. They are very numerous, so either he did it a lot or something else. They look defensive. It looks like he went after something and something fought back.
Are these those creatures you were talking about? Knoll creatures. Okay,
This is my fill-in for those.
I like it. It's terrifying.
Yeet.
I do not know if we will be able to get any information out of it, but don't think we can let it continue its rampage.
Agreed.
Kill it. Just kill it. Just get it out of here.
Yeah, I'd just take a step back and turn around.
I'll just look at you.
All right. I'll.
Be easy enough if you want to just
Oh yeah. No,
execute him.
He's This creature is guilty of murder.
Goes like
Several
typical
beings.
cop. Of course. As you just bring the sword down, the now disembodied head just goes, "He's coming for you," and just stares at you with empty sockets.
Specifically, Grif.
Mhm.
Do we hear that and understand it?
Yeah. Oh, it's in strange speak, but yes.
How does it speak? What does it speak of? Something coming for you?
Might be what the bird mentioned earlier,
The man?
the reckoning.
Wreck? Not familiar with.
Neither am I, but it's quite ominous.
Any stories I've heard about it? during my travels?
I'll have the two of you make history checks.
I'm super good at those.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Okay, I didn't know if that was sarcasm or not.
That's a 3.
A 3.
Hey, me too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, you guys are a little shaken. This is some pretty heavy stuff, if you will. So it's, if you know what he's talking about, it's not coming to you.
Do we need to prepare? Hunker down?
I do not know.
We have to kill this.
I agree.
Do we believe it to be the man that you all encountered?
Well, the man that I encountered said that whatever happened to me, something tenfold is gonna happen once more.
Well, this seems
About that.
on par.
Guess we're in it for the long haul now, huh, boys?
I guess so. Do we need to... Is anyone medicinally inclined to look at this body, perhaps, so we can better prepare against our enemies?
I'll let you do it because it's just going to be too horrible.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll check it
Dear
out.
God.
Okay. You're gonna look at the scarecrow bodies or the body of the
No,
creature?
the body of the creature.
Okay,
don't
I was
think-
gonna say, I was like, you already know.
I don't
You don't want
I don't want
this.
to look at
Don't
those.
put more salt in the
I
wound.
know, but I don't.
Not like this.
Nope, nothing good. 7.
7. Okay. In your brief experience with the strange magical things that occur around you, it's pretty obvious that this creature is in some way tied to an ability similar. It seems to be able to change its form in a similar way to the way that you shape the magic of the world around you.
Obviously, this is not a natural monster.
That's...
It is no ordinary wolf, if you will.
There's nothing good about this. This is not a natural, everyday creature we will be seeing. Something created this, and it's just giving off all these bad vibes, man.
My thoughts exactly.
It's bad jubies.
Gonna be this bad juju.
I'm gonna start looking around the sky and see if I see any of the birds that I saw before.
Mhm.
Looksy doodle.
A looks a doodle, if you will.
Is that a 1?
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, man.
On fire.
Like 6 total.
Yes, as the sun has largely left the sky, just when they fly across the moon, you do see birds circling overhead.
The birds are still here. These birds have been following the chaos that is this mess. I shot one with an arrow and it simply exploded. Very odd. Don't know.
Do you get to see the body?
Nope, it didn't exist any longer. It seemed as though when my arrow touched it, it just poof, became only feathers.
Do you have special arrows?
Do not.
I've seen weirder today, so who knows?
No, my arrows are simple. Made them myself.
Well, maybe we should wait for the morning in case there are more of these. I'm happy to keep watch.
Oh yeah, we can go back to my shack. Just gonna camp out for the night.
Might be smart.
I need to lay down.
We can take shifts, if you'd like.
Right on.
Let's go back
Camp.
to your shack.
My shack.
The love
It's the love shack.
There's no humans in 30 miles to confirm nor deny your claims, so I must.
What's a lying?
got murdered. Tin roof, rusted.
Right, well, I'll keep watch. You guys decide where we will go and how we will begin the day.
Okay. Yeah, as you all make your way back to Perseus's shack, as no one can dispute the claim.
True.
Sat outside is another scarecrow.
Outside of the shack.
That wasn't there before.
And in the door to this shack is just this very large black feather that's been dipped in ink, and they kind of like made a pressing of it on this piece of paper, and then it's been stuck into the door with a dagger.
Oh, something happened while we were gone.
Someone move that scarecrow, please.
I'm gonna investigate the scarecrow, see if it's the same as all the other ones or if it's different.
It is not made of stitched bodies.
Okay.
It is instead the creature that you beheaded and left behind,
What?
strung up in front of your shack.
How is this possible?
There is some strange magic working here.
How?
Do not understand.
Maybe 2 people keep watch.
He said, I picked the wrong day to start shooting heroin.
I don't believe that I will be sleeping.
Me neither.
How, like, embedded in the ground is it?
The scarecrow?
Yeah.
It's on just like a pretty standard, like,
So I wanted
large
to, like,
post dug
uproot
in.
it, so to speak.
You can knock it over pretty easily.
Yeah, I want to knock it over.
Okay. Yeah, it just falls sadly into the dirt. A lot
And
more blood comes out of the top of the head. It's still a fresh kill.
Take the dagger out and the parchment. Someone take this. We'll investigate it.
I'll hold on to it.
And I'll
Okay.
take the dagger and just like drive it through the thing on the scarecrow, like into the ground, hoping to keep it in place this time.
Yeah, it's a very nice, finely carved dagger. It's got like a very fine ebony handle to it. It's curved and serrated very nastily. It looks like it's meant more for pain than damage.
Jeez. Can I history check to see if any of the criminals I've come into contact with have had something similar?
Oh, if they run in these circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please do. Porcupine, please.
Crit.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. So there was a small group of them in Summerbury. Summerbury was still a little bit too rural for them to really have taken root.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a very devout group of cultists that make their way performing serial killings in a variety of towns. A lot of the time, given how information travels, they're able to do an incredible amount of terrible stuff before town guards catch on that it's one group doing this. But one thing that's consistent on the scenes are cuts and slashes that would resemble what you could do with this dagger. But you've never been able to apprehend one to get anything more like a name or why they do the things that they do. You just know that it's typically a large cult group that operates very quickly and discreetly. They're violent, and they tend to leave messages on the corpses.
I've heard horror stories about where I've seen this daggers like this before. We should be very wary moving forward. They worship demons. Are very brutal.
Dark magic indeed.
And can I investigate the body to see if there are any messages that were mentioned on it?
Yeah, take a look. Take a look-see doodle.
Crit.
Oh,
Damn,
my
bro.
goodness.
He's a cop. He's cheating.
Circumstantial at best. Put it
Yeah.
down.
Beyond the feather print, there doesn't seem to be anything special about the body other than how quickly it got
Moved.
to where it was going and got strung up in such a manner. But it seems like whoever or whatever is doing this knows who all of you are and wanted you to know that they know who you are and where you are.
You investigated the dagger, right?
The body.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the
and
dagger before then.
Yeah, yeah.
Dagger's fancy. Like
Okay.
he's a boy.
Have I seen that, like these feathers now that we have? Have I seen this symbol anywhere, like on a ship flag or anything like that?
Let's get a good history check from you.
Use Joel's die.
That's a 5.
A 5.
Ethos.
I use different
yeah.
ones too.
A lot of the regional flags do incorporate feathers in some way as some symbol of either peace, war, outreach, something like that. But given the natural state of affairs, a lot of the regional larger cities and the surrounding areas like Summerbury and Mayburn would be sort of feeding into Fola, which is kind of like a capital city. There are only 3 currently. And all 3 of them are at odds with each other, and all 3 of them use feathers in their flags.
3 cities or 3 capital cities?
3 capital cities. And all 3 of those capital cities use a feather in their flag. So it seems like whoever is leaving you this message is being intentionally ambiguous.
Okay.
To say, like, we're everywhere, and you have no idea who we are.
Sick. That's great.
Super unsettling.
So, are we gonna wait for this person to come to us, or are we going to find him?
It seems like wherever these birds are going, or where they come from, that man will probably be there.
I don't think that we can just sit by and allow this to go on.
It also seems strange that your shack was the
You own?
only building spared.
It's a good
No
check.
people, and yet we are here for 3 minutes, leave very briefly, and there are threats on it already. I feel like something is aware of our presence, but who are they looking for out of us?
You suggesting that one of us is being targeted?
Perhaps. Definitely think it's safer to stick together at the moment.
You guys are my only friends now.
I'll have a sip of your juice.
Please.
Me next.
We're gonna run out.
It's never ending.
It's enchanted flag.
It's a bottomless flask.
So yeah, I think we should figure out where we want to head in the morning and perhaps discuss more if there's a link between us we're unaware of, or maybe some other reason one of us might be targeted.
Seems like as good a plan as any.
All right. Who's taking first watch?
I will do it.
Very brave man. All right, good night. Walk into the shack and go into the corner.
Now you go in the master. It's your shack.
That is the master. It is the corner.
There's like a mat over there.
Yeah.
Everyone else is sleeping on like a hay bale,
Yeah.
or a stack of rags.
I'm gonna sleep on.
It's cheating.
Too bad.
You sleep in squalor.
I got a big fluffy animal next to me. I'm sleeping on it.
Okay. Elmar, you're taking first watch.
Yes. Eyes peeled, doing some
Poor choice of words.
back and forths,
Yikes.
keeping a sharp eye out,
Okay.
while also regrettably using some of my awareness to make sure Ko doesn't do anything stupid.
Okay. Yeah, he's just sitting up against the shack, but outside.
Best friend.
You know, if you were to try to leave, I don't think it'd be the safest option. Keep an eye out. We, unfortunately, may need to fight together. Just go back to doing my rounds.
Right, let's get a D6.
Oh no,
Oh, yes.
6.
Ooh.
6. How
Joel
exciting.
rolls.
Yeah, it's maximum. But I get the most. The most one.
Maximum effort means maximum rolls.
Exactly. Okay. With your 6.
Hmm.
Fortunately, your watch passes
Oh,
uneventfully.
Oh, damn.
There are many squawks of large crows overhead, but you do eventually get used to them. A solid amount of time passes, a couple hours. Who's next? Who you waking up?
I feel like against his better judgment, he would do another one,
Okay.
like at the cost of it, the exhaustion. But otherwise, I think the only other person that mentioned was Grif. So
Okay.
I think I might have to do one more and then get Grif.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have you do a constitution check.
Okay,
See if you get that point of exhaustion.
3.
Yeah. Okay. So, from here on until you completed another full rest, you'll have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
So that's
oh, sweet baby.
that is a rough
Mm-hmm.
way to start.
No way.
No.
Start.
Yeah. So you're already like you've had a long day,
Yeah.
and you're just processing everything, and
Correct.
you're like, yeah, whatever. It's been a couple hours. I can keep going. I'm not tired.
It's my duty.
I can go. I've done longer. You
Yep.
haven't. But you're like, I can do this. I can do it. Everything's fine. Give me another D6, sir.
2.
2. Okay. Yeah. At some point during the night, as you're pacing back and forth, you hear a little bit of rustling in the ashes just outside of where you're able to see.
No, just ready myself, be alert at it, and get ready if I need to. If it starts to charge, I want to like bang my sword against my shield.
Okay. Yeah. You see 2 very small gold ringed eyes in the darkness.
Show yourself. It's just a creature. Just a small critter. Just a little rodent.
And it kind of like scurries a little closer.
Is it pretty small?
It's a raccoon.
Oh. I want to look at it as much as I can to see if there's anything abnormal about the raccoon, given what we've been through.
Mhm.
Whee. Natural 1.
Natural 1?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the longer you stare at it, it kind of like stands up and does that weird raccoon stance that they do. It's like kind of waddles a little closer to you. It looks like a b-boy, just like walking up.
Oh.
Gets a little closer to you. Just
I have nothing for you. Be gone, rodent. I said, "Be gone, rodent!" And I'll make some like stomps at him.
Okay. It just goes, just kind of like blinks out a little bit, and you can see its eyes like 15 feet back in the darkness now.
I'll take a step back. Be gone, rodent.
Okay, and it just goes, skitters off into the ashes. And a couple times you hear the, and then silence.
What is going on? Nature is changing at an alarming rate.
He's so tired.
That raccoon had magical abilities. I'm gonna go inside. Grif.
I'm sitting just outside with Maya.
Grif,
Yes.
it's your turn.
All right.
Thank you. Everything was fine. Good night.
You're very welcome.
I'll get up and sort of do a little lap around the shack.
Okay. Get a D6.
2.
2. Interesting. Yeah, you
was a
see two little
raccoon.
golden eyes. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No. Third watch number 2. Okay. Yeah, as you're walking about, you're unsettled by the squawking of the crows.
Mm.
It's different when it's your turn on watch and the crows are squawking.
Different, just like I'm unsettled and I don't like the fact that like I'm alone and I'm hearing.
Yeah, like you're the only one awake. And then suddenly, silence. Silence of the crows.
No more crows.
No more.
I'll look around and see if I see any crows.
Perceive. Looksy doodle.
8.
8. Yeah, you see no more crows.
Wonder where they've gone.
I'll look to Maya, see if she's asleep.
Yeah, she's like, kind of like one eye open, but also like,
Ready but dozing.
yeah, she's like, hey, it's nap time. Okay. Coming in and out.
I'll pull out my hand axe and kind of be at the ready if anything were to attack.
Okay.
Seeing as we haven't heard these sounds before, maybe they've moved out and they're going in a different direction.
Yeah. As you're trotting about outside the shack, you do see the first glimpses of dawn. Sun starts to just peek up, so you've got a little bit of light. And right as your watch would be ended, you can see Maya has finally fallen asleep. It's just like, you're on your own. Wake up, sleepy. I'm sleepy. And as you turn to head back to the shack to just start gathering your things for the day, leaned up against the side of the shack is a very strange, dark-clad man, almost like oily shadows with a large black bird.
Who are you?
I'm the reckoning.
What do you want?
Not about what I want, it's about what I have.
And that is?
Power unimaginable.
Why are you here?
To show everyone.
Why did you bring us together?
To show you all at once. It was more efficient that way. I love a good fight.
So you're looking for a fight?
Yes, and I will have one. He plucks another feather. And he flings it over to you.
Like it's like, just like a or like an attack.
Just to...
I'll grab it.
Whoops. One sec. Oh, oh. You threw a feather a while. There's a breeze. You'll do nicely. He just goes, come along. He's gone.
I'm gonna walk to where he was and investigate the shack, see if there's any like markings or anything weird.
Okay. Take a look.
Investigation. 14.
14. Doesn't seem like he did anything. It just seems like he appeared for as long as he wanted to be there. And away he went.
So you just like Shadow Man, or like do you look
seems-
like a person?
Yeah, he seems like a person, but you've never seen people just like blink in and out whenever they want.
Right. Are there any discernible characteristics on this man?
No, it's almost as though he's actively trying to appear like nothing.
Okay. Cool. Cool beans.
Like he's got no face, there's no glowy eyes or anything. It's just blackness.
what I thought. Cool. All right. Well, I will go over to the shack. Walk in. Hey, everyone. We should get going.
All right, where are we off to?
Honestly, don't know, but I had an encounter with the man that you all met.
What?
Does not
Set up real
seem
quick.
very friendly. Gave me a feather.
So now we all have one.
What did he say?
That he, in fact, was the reckoning. And that he was here to show his unimaginable power.
So what do we have to do?
I think he wants us to fight him, or stop him if we can.
What? Can't he stop himself?
I think that's the point.
Or should we go?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Why does this man want us to stop him? Seems a little strange to me. Most people, when they have a goal, they don't want to be stopped. But yet, he pulls us all together to stop him.
I think it was more a show of force. He can't be stopped. It was more of bring it on.
So I welcome his challenge.
As do I.
You're coming with Ko.
Pollen,
I'm in.
Captain.
All right, why not?
and I guess we are doing this.
Go.
All right. As our intrepid little friends all step out of their shack. So we'll call it for this, the first session.
Now aware that some terrible force threatens their world, these wayward strangers struggle to grasp what awaits them in the days to come. If you're enjoying this new campaign, feel free to drop us a like on the video. Early support for new content is always helpful. If you'd like to see more of our stuff, consider subscribing to the channel. If you're not a part of the Patreon but you'd like to be, you can follow the links in the video's description below. You can hang out with the cast and the crew in the Discord servers, share your theories, or check out the post-show for each session, still rolling, for an on-the-spot discussion of each of the episodes right after we finished filming. We also have a link if you'd like to check out some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments who your favorite new character is, and what you think might be on the horizon for this new group of allies. Thanks for watching Boarding Party's Ragnarok. We'll catch you next week.